Kenichi, Croton, and Nyannis reach their destination. Vel also follows them there. To pick the Santanka flower over the river, Kenichi buys a raft and rows it to the river edge. However, just when he gives the flower bud to Croton, they sense a lot of wolf monsters. Kenichi tells Nyannis to escape with Croton first while he will distract them. But then he finds that all the wolves are actually targeting Croton. At that time, Vel senses that some thugs are hiding in the bushes. One of them is a dogman who is controlling wolves through his whistle. While Vel deals with them, the wolves suddenly begin running from fear of something. Suddenly, a giant tusk bear makes his entry and knocks out the dogman in an instant. The remaining two thugs run away, while Kenichi decides to fight this monster. Then, he first injures the bear with his crossbow, and then tries to scare him with 10 rounds of firecrackers, but for some reason, the bear ends up grabbing the crackers with his mouth, and as a result, he ends up burning his own mouth and face. Kenichi takes advantage of this chance by summoning his backhoe and defeating the bear in a single hit. Then, he stores the bear and notices the dogman in near-death state. Later, Kenichi returns home and finds that Mary has started recovering. At that time, he calls Croton outside and reveals that he has treated that dogman's injuries and made him promise to never attack Croton again. He agreed to it. However, he also pointed out that Croton has a lot of enemies, so unless he moves out somewhere, the attacks won't stop. So, Kenichi suggests Croton and his family should move to North Pole's estate. At first, Croton decides to discuss it with his family, but soon after his meeting with North Pole, he agrees to move to his territory with his family. Meanwhile, the dogman reveals that he took care of many of the thugs to repay his debt to Kenichi before moving away to another place. Eventually, Kenichi completes his biodiesel fuel thanks to the element-separating magical device he bought from Snowflake. He also decides to sell the giant bear to the Adventurers Guild, but it will take some time to complete the dissection process. So, in the meantime, he heads to Snowflake's shop to get the grimoire from her. Snowflake also taught him about many things related to spell activation and grimoire, and that they won't work if the user doesn't have the aptitude to use them. Upon leaving the shop, Kenichi feels a sudden chill, and suddenly, a woman grabs his hand. However, it turns out she is Primula, who is too angry as he left them without any warning. To avoid causing a commotion, Primula takes him to her hotel, where she reveals how hard it was to search for him from guild to guild, and that she turned down North Pole's proposal. Not only that, but she also refuses to return home without Kenichi, and also won't matter to her if she never returned home again. Kenichi is confused as to what he should do now, but Primula then tells him to make her a woman in her hotel room. Shocked, Kenichi notices how serious she is and agrees to her request, and forms a deeper relationship with her. Later, both of them return to his home, where Anemone isn't happy in the slightest after seeing Primula with her. Opposite to her, Primula also feels shocked that Kenichi has brought Miare, Anemone, and even Bobcat along with him. Except her. Now that their family has become bigger, Kenichi buys one more bathtub and takes a bath with everyone. After this, he tries a fireball spell from the grimoire, but it doesn't work at all. However, while he feels depressed, Anemone begins chanting the same spell and actually creates a huge fireball, shocking everyone.